And as always, we're going to be looking for accurate context, good risk management, and always exercising good patience.
Everybody who's traded has gone through periods of time where their strategy hasn't worked.
Where if not a hard stop, you should reevaluate the trades you're in based on time.
That's what we're here for, is to put ourselves in the best success. A trading routine does that, builds that habit, lets you know what to work on, what to reflect on, and what to improve on the next day.
Good afternoon and welcome to the market recap. It is still Monday, the 12th of December. Hopefully you had a good trading day. Just about every day the markets do something to surprise me. We certainly saw a pretty decent up move in the equities today that I didn't see coming. Apparently JP Morgan did, though. They said something earlier that maybe helped provide some impetus to that move. They're talking about the CPI number, and if it comes below a certain level, that the low is in. We're going to have to wait and see. Again, hopefully you had a good trading day. E-mini S&Ps closed up the day approximately 55 points unofficially, of course, 1.39%. The NASDAQ up 137 points unofficially, up 1.17%. And the Dow up 521 points, 1.5%. Crude oil up today, about 3%, 73.17 is the close, up about $2.15. Apparently, an oil leak in a pipeline scared some shorts. We talked about the $70 level earlier this morning on the market forecast. Looks like, for now, the floor is in. We'll have to see how this plays out throughout the week. Without any real talking Feds or Fed speak from the U.S., a little chat from the Bank of Canada. Macklem, interest rates increases have begun to have an effect, but will take time to spread throughout the economy. Of course, yet another genius, right? So thank you for attending group coaching today. If you were there, if you came along with us for Make Hogue Money, it was tough to find an opportunity. We looked to take one short, didn't work out. We didn't try and chase the market, so I think we actually did a pretty good job today of just remaining patient and kind of realizing that the opportunity for the day had passed by the time 2 o'clock came around. For Make Hogue Money, thank you all for joining, and again, thank you, my good friend Bob, for attending and everything. What else? Well, we know we've got coming ahead of us here. CPI tomorrow at 7:30. I would most certainly will not be in anything before that happens. And we've got that coming out tomorrow, and we also have Make Hogue Money at 9:30 tomorrow. About an hour later, but we have a very special guest, Anne-Marie Band, with us, so we're looking forward to seeing Anne-Marie there. Joe, I know you've sent in some questions. If you got the email about it, it gives you the opportunity to email in some questions for Anne-Marie prior to the session yesterday. We'll probably address those first, and we'll see if we can't find any opportunities along the way during Make Hogue Money, but should be a really good session. I know I'm very excited about it, and I hope that you are as well. So, yeah, CPI again tomorrow. Wednesday, the FOMC meeting, of course, EIA petroleum status report as well. Wednesday is going to be a doozy. Thursday is also going to be a doozy. I mean, we've got several releases on Thursday that could certainly affect the markets, including jobless claims, Philly Fed, retail sales, Empire State Manufacturing Index, industrial production, business inventories, and, of course, the natural gas numbers at 9:30, and then quadruple witching and PMI composite flash on Friday. So it is going to be an interesting trading day, interesting trading week, as if it wasn't an interesting trading day today. We're going to take a look at this on the charts, take a look at what we were thinking this morning, what it played out for today. We are going to reflect on the trading day from today and try and be ready for tomorrow. As always, we're always saying anything can happen. ACH, that's one of our acronyms here on the market forecast and recap. And boy, nothing could be more true than that, right? Anything can happen. As always, if you like what you see, let me know by hitting the lucky like button, share, comment, question, feedback, heckling, and love. If there's something missing, you can always email me directly, jhoagland, JHOAGLAND @topstep.com with any suggestions and constructive criticisms for the recap forecast. Everything we do here is always about you, or it's your success that we are looking forward to. And let's take a look at the charts, shall we? Start with the daily in crude. Now, we knew we had a potential for a measured move to the downside, but again, the White House said they were going to start buying crude oil at $70 to replenish the strategic petroleum reserve. Well, we got down to 70 and a quarter today. Buyers came in. Of course, there was some help from that, from a leaky pipeline. Here's the 30-minute chart. Again, looking at that $70 floor here, that's going to be a tough nut for us to get through. Buyers pretty much off the open. We looked lower. Overnight inventory was a little short, traded to settlement, and then it was all buyers from that point forward with a P-shaped profile. We end up getting some shorts too short here. We talked about this in the group session today. Fred was the one that kind of said, you think maybe we got a little bit too short on Friday for continuation, and it certainly looks that way because we did add, about 12,000 in open interest on the way down on Friday. So more sellers coming in, late to the party sellers apparently, and we squeezed a few of them out for us today. Here's the E-mini S&Ps. So, last week fell into range-bound, regular, rollover range. We're still in it. By all means, Friday's high. Let's see here. Tuesday's high, Friday's high. We're still largely range-bound, even with that big up move we had today. We had a late spike to the downside yesterday that was rejected. We've got a late spike to the upside today. We're going to have to see how that plays out for us tomorrow. I'm not sure any of this matters if the CPI comes out anything away from where it's expected to come out. Here's the 30-minute chart. Here's our late spike from last week. We're getting a little bit complicated on this. Let me take some of this off. Let me take these out. We're going to remove the... I thought I just did. VWAP bands. Remove. All right, there we go. Oh, I took off the... Took off this. Did not mean to do that. All right, I'll fix that later. But we opened, looked lower, and it's been all buyers ever since. By the end of the day, I wanted to show the delta, because most of the day delta was negative. Show value, get a little thicker, save. So this is not representing it correctly at this time. But most of the day, the delta was negative. It wasn't until the very end of the day that we started accumulating higher delta, positive delta. When the market was heading a different direction from delta, that should have been an indication of potentially some possible longer time frame traders. We finished the day up about 7,100 in delta, but we did put in the late spike. Here's what that's going to look like tomorrow morning on the TPO chart. So here's today. Open, look lower, take out the point of control, take out this point of control, and we continue to push this market higher. So technically, our late spike is going to be the base right here of about 4,019. But it was at this level where the market really started to lose balance and drive higher. So it's going to be kind of iffy tomorrow as to where the beginning of the late spike is. This is a late spike here, so we're going to take a look and see how this market opens tomorrow. And again, does any of this matter if the CPI number comes out wacky and we bring in a whole bunch of volatility into the market? Take a look at the NASDAQ now. NASDAQ much more still range bound in longer time frame and in shorter time frame. Here's the 30. We added open interest on Friday to the downside. Looks like we've trapped a few of those shorts today. We do have a late spike again in the NASDAQ at the high here. We did not have the late spike yesterday. We actually looked down below the range from Friday's regular trading hour session range, rejected, and then found buyers on the way up, adding 6,600 in open interest on the way down on Friday. I think we've trapped a few shorts. Here's the TPO. Here's our late spike. Again, where is this going to matter? Is it going to matter with the CPI numbers tomorrow? If it wasn't such an important number, I'd say we'd probably be looking a lot more at the late spike as an opportunity for a potential execution than possibly tomorrow morning. Who knows? It could be a nothing burger tomorrow. I don't think the odds are very strong that it's going to be a nothing burger, but it could be. Gold, still centrally located, still short time frame controlled. We did add some open interest on the push to the upside. We've now squeezed those longs out. Here's the 30-minute chart. Market opens, closes the gap, can't find acceptance back inside range. The push to the downside continues. What are we looking at here? We've got a naked point of control down below. We've got another one here that was not checked in regular trading hours. Got another one below. There's a lot of visuals in this gold market here that if we remain in short time frame control, it's going to be kind of a target-rich environment for entries. Got to find the right ones. Try and stay patient. The euro. Upside structure remains. Lost 5,000 in open interest. Estimated. What's it look like here? Lost about 2,200 in open interest, so not as big a loss in open interest on Friday as we had originally had been estimating. Kind of a doji here, running out of confidence, perhaps. Here's the 30. Closing. Range bound. Looks higher, upper extreme. gives us opportunity to pull back. And the continuation to the downside here in the 10-year. Got a B-shaped profile here. Long liquidation appears to be continuing today as we continue this push to the downside. Last week's low is somewhat pivotal near the end of the day. And nat gas, we tried to hold that level. We were unable to do so. Take a look at the 30. So we held, and we held, and we held, and we failed. Almost getting to this naked point of control. There's a lot of unfinished business down here. Doesn't surprise me that the market was unable to hold that level today. Doesn't surprise me at all. Of course, quite often, much of what the markets do does surprise me. Hang on a second here. All right. MBZ Heritage, how much you add to the December contract to make your levels carry over to the March contract? It's approximately a 30-point premium between the December and the March contract. I can check the spread here for you. Yeah, it's 33 points right now. So if you have levels calculated in March, add 33 points. Because DEES is currently trading 39.86 quarter, 39.86 quarter, 40.19 quarter in the March contract. So it's about 30 points. And you don't have to worry about being so exact because there's nothing in futures trading that is exact. Every level that we look at, every chart that we look at, everything is more of a zone than a finite number. So you're about a 32 point premium from March to March from DEES. All right. Hope that answers that question. What happened on this day in history? On December 12th, 1980, an American oil tycoon pays $5.1 million for Leonardo da Vinci's notebook. I should write a notebook. Of course, it won't be worth anything till I'm gone. 1913, the stolen Mona Lisa was recovered in Florence. 1970, Tears of a Clown gives Smokey Robinson and the Miracles their first #1 pop hit. That should be on the music one. 1965, NFL rookie Gale Sayers ties the single-game touchdown record. Huh. 1989, real estate mogul Leona Helmsley sentenced to prison today. I don't know if you guys remember Leona Helmsley, but yeek. 1915, today is Frank Sinatra's birthday, the chairman of the board, Old Blue Eyes. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday in heaven, Frank. Connie Francis' birthday today, 1983. So many of you probably don't remember these names. Dickie Betts' birthday is today. Guitarist, singer-songwriter for the Allman Brothers Band. Sheila E., it's her birthday today. She did a lot of stuff with Prince. 1970, the Doors played their last ever show with Jim Morrison in New Orleans at the Warehouse today. Human League, 1981, hit #1 single, Don't You Want Me? Don't you want me? That's just about the year I turned off my radio. Nineteen 2003, today's the day that Mick Jagger became a Sir after being knighted by Prince Charles. And that's about all the interesting things that I can find there. All right. So, again, thanks for attending and joining me for everything today. Forecast, recap, coaching, Make Hogue Money. Don't forget, important tomorrow, 9:30 on YouTube. Make Hogue Money with Anne-Marie Band. Really looking forward to this. Hopefully you've got your questions in. And, again, looking forward to taking advantage of our time with Anne-Marie. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Say a prayer for world peace. Get some rest. Next 3 days promise to be pretty interesting and challenging trading days. Like the shirt says, be kind. And I'll see you tomorrow morning, 7:45 for the market forecast. Until then, trade well.